So, in this video, we're just going to be talking about some pet peeves of mine, because there are a few, and I would just like to talk about some of them today. So, firstly, one of my pet peeves is when, like, I'm about to do something, like, I'm 100% going to do it, like, for example, I'm gonna clean up my room, or do the dishes or something, and then somebody walks up and tells me to do it. I hate it so much, like, I'm already doing it, or I'm about to do it. For example, I was in my art class the other day, and it was almost time to go, so I was like cleaning all the art supplies off the table, and I walked away to go put something back, and then I was coming back to the table to put the rest of the stuff away, and my art teacher's like, Ravion, clean that stuff off the table. Like, what do you think I'm doing right now? Because I'm cleaning up. Like, does it look like I'm just playing around the table or something? Because, no, I was doing that, and then she got mad at me because I said I was already doing it. I don't like when you do or say something and somebody responds with, like, seriously? Like, I hate this. Like, for example, if I say, I've never seen this movie, and they're like, what? You've never seen that? Have you been living under a rock? Like, no, maybe I have something better to do than sit around and watch movies all day. Like, I could have something important or productive to do, like browse the internet for 7 hours. Or another thing, like when you say, like, oh, I can't see the board from here because I wear glasses, and they're like, seriously, you can't see that far? Like, don't make a big deal out of it. You don't have to go all, like, seriously on me. It's not that big of a deal. So you don't have to freak out and make it something that's not. Like, the third thing I don't like is when a parent, this is like parent thing, like whenever they're talking to their little kid or their son or whatever, and they're like, oh mom, can I get this from the store, or just can I wear this or do that, and their parents like, no, that's for girls, or that's for boys. There is literally no such thing as for girls or for boys, with like a few exceptions. Like if your kid wants to go dress up with a tiara or whatever, let them do it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and I don't see why you would just go and say like that's for girls or that's for boys. It bothers me so much. The same thing with colors. Like, how can one color be for a girl or a boy? That doesn't make any sense. How is blue for boys and pink for girls? That's stupid. Like, who decided that? It doesn't make sense at all. Oh, and skateboarding. Like, skateboarding is not for boys, but one of my teachers told some girl that she shouldn't skateboard because that's not what girls do. Or that's not ladylike. Oh, that's another one. That's a pet peeve. I hate, this is the worst one. I hate this one the most. When, don't tell me something I'm doing is not ladylike. I don't care if it's ladylike. If you tell me what I'm doing is not ladylike, or you tell me I shouldn't do it because it's not ladylike, I will probably punch you in the stomach because it's not ladylike. Don't ladylike. What is ladylike? Being bored all day because you don't want to mess up your makeup? No, that's stupid. Don't tell me that. Okay, those were just like the main ones, but here are some like minor ones that like aren't super annoying but like bother me kind of a little bit. Like, okay, say you're at school and then you drank like 6 bottles of water, so you have to go to the bathroom, but then before you can ask, someone else raises their hand and they're like, oh, can I go to the bathroom? So then you're like, oh, okay, I'll just wait till they come back so then I can ask and go to the bathroom. But then before you actually like ask again, someone else is like, can I go to the bathroom? And then there's like this long line, you gotta wait for like 5 people to go before you go. So then you finally raise your hand and you're like, finally, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And because I've been holding it all day, and you're like, the teacher says, no, too many people went already. Just because all those other people went to the bathroom already doesn't mean I magically don't have to pee anymore. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Who's to say like 10 kids don't magically have to go to the bathroom at the same time? Like, is only one kid allowed to have to use the bathroom? Like, that doesn't make sense. Another thing, when teachers say like going to the bathroom is a privilege, eating snacks like cupcakes, that's a privilege. Going outside for recess is a privilege. But using the bathroom is not a privilege, because if you can't just not use the bathroom. Like, you can't not use the bathroom. Like, does she want you to just pee on yourself in the corner? Oh, one time at my school, this teacher wouldn't let the student go to the bathroom, and she like peed on herself in the classroom, and the teacher like made her clean it up herself. That's terrible. I don't know what kid it was, but she probably got picked on a lot after that, which sucks for her. I would get my parent to come complain to the teacher or something, because that's just terrible. Like, so, and I guess lastly, like, it's bothersome whenever, like, you say, oh man, I love Fall Out Boy, or like, oh, I want to listen to this band, and then someone's like, really, that band sucks, like, oh, blah blah blah. Like, don't, okay, obviously I like the band. You telling me that they suck, it's not gonna change my opinion. It's just gonna make me not like you. For example, I've probably said for example like 50 times in this video, but I was wearing a Day to Remember sweatshirt, and then somebody was like, what's a Day to Remember? And I was like, oh, a band. And then someone else was like, a really crappy band. And I was just like, seriously? And they're like, more like a band to forget. I was just like, you're not funny. That was stupid. And like, another thing, I was talking about Fall Out Boy one time, and somebody turned around and like, oh, you mean that band that's a sellout? Your mom is a sellout. Doesn't make sense, but it's true. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you liked it or didn't like it or something, leave a comment or press the like button. And if you feel like it, go ahead and subscribe for more videos kind of like this. And if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And you can follow me on all that social media blah blah in the description bar below. There's my hand. So, bye.